делать перерыв и менять, понимаешь, вот это, переключаться на что-то другое. Побегать, попрыгать, у вас столько всего, господи. Трамплин у тебя. Вот это игра большая. Мячи у вас. Да пробежать вокруг дома. Погода всегда хорошая. Да вот по этой дорожке пробежать.
Бабушка, иди, я сейчас пойду.
А?
Иди, я сейчас пойду.
Хорошо. Я буду у себя, ты меня позовешь. Хорошо?
Да. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Vex 5 speedrunning guide. So like when you open the game of Vex, you press like the start button and you'll end up in something like this. So basically, let's first clarify the movements of the game. The movements are either the WASD keys or the arrows. So if you press the left arrow, the character will go to the left. If you press right, your character will go to the right. If you press jump, the up key, your character jumps. And if you press down, your character ducks. It is to know that if you're going at speeds, ducking, even ducking results in a lowering movement, and your character's hitbox will be lowered. This allows for tricks later, for example, sliding under narrow passageways and stuff like that. You can jump like this, like this. You can change direction without losing speed while jumping. And the neat tactic is you can wall jump. If you grab onto the top of the wall, something like this will happen. And this actually has a different mechanic from normal grappling, because if you grab it normally, you'll just slide down slowly. If you grab like the ledge of the wall, you'll stay like this. This is useful, for example, here. Do this. Like here, you would just slide down into the spikes, but you're grabbing here. Also, another neat mechanic is when you're jumping, you can press down, and you can make a lower jump, and you can use these to control your jumps and land earlier, so you can jump earlier. Okay, so you spawn here, and so you do a couple of wall jumps. Initially, try to be as consistent as possible. Also, to enter an act, you press down. It even says press down to enter stage. Here, you'll just want to run forward. You'll get the first skip of your run. You press down for as much as you need. You go onto the green platform, jump on the bounce pad, and bounce on the walls. Here, it doesn't matter. Your first goal is to complete the game with less than 20 deaths. You jump onto this, grab onto the wall, jump up. You have to do this pretty quickly. Jump onto the rope, jump off the rope, jump on. And take this route. This is the fastest route. Basically, now it tells you the time, the achievements, which in case I got all of them now, or the option to restart the level or to continue. I'm going to continue. Here, we're actually going to use a second strat. You're just going to fall, try to be as near to the rope as possible, or to the pole. You'll get you'll make sure to hit land near the checkpoint. You'll trigger the checkpoint. And now you're going on to Act 2, and you press down. Here you see a pole, you climb up. By the way, if you press up on a pole, you go up. If you press down on a pole, you go down. Simple. Poles are pretty simple. If you jump onto them, you'll grab onto them, unless very specific details. You can push boxes. You jump on them, and you hear this. You land on this platform. Jump. You can even collect the checkpoint, and you swim. Your goal is to stay as close to this wall initially, but you'll take a diagonal path. So you go up here, land on the box, press down so the character pushes it away from the wall. You push the box, and now you're on the launch pad section. You jump, go here, get this checkpoint. You grab onto this wall. Now one by one, you'll be clearing these. As long as you can just spam jump right before landing on the blue blocks, uh, and you'll get it. This section, it's very tricky for beginners. You just have to make sure you have a clear path, and then you go through the poles. You jump between them. Here, you'll actually go to the pause menu, and this will say, guys, stand on an act. Here, and you'll select Act 1. This is the warp menu, and basically you can warp to act you've previously completed. You jump here, you can even collect the checkpoint, and you go down into the third level of the game. You jump on this little dot. It's like it's a swinging thing. It even says jump while in the red section. Jumping in the blue section swings you further. I find it very tricky to land in the blue section. Yeah, I find that very tricky to land in the to jump in the blue section, and you generally don't need. All you need to know is that like about at the highest point is where you'll want to jump. Okay, so here you just make it to the rope. You go around, and like if I as a beginner I would just clear 2 of these at a time. Okay, and now we're here. 1 of these at a time. You might have seen the world record doing 2, but that requires a specific cycle and it's pretty hard to do for beginners. Okay, so whenever the saw blade moves to the right, you pass on its left. It is possible to go through the right of the saw blade while it's at your left, but it's very hard. Just jump here. One way you can just do this. Get this checkpoint and push the box. Remember, if the saw hits the box, it'll just bounce up. So you just push the box until the wall, wait for the saw blade to be like very high, and just jump. Okay, you go break the ice, and you're in Act 4. You have to be fast before these blocks disappear. You get onto this thingy, and it's like, let's say, oh no, you die. You die, you can just press right, and then down right before you get the last one. And you'll pass it. You just jump over the gap. If there's a saw blade like there, you wait. Here you can just clear these blocks one by one with a jump while pressing down. You can even skip this last one. Okay, so here's like a pretty difficult section. Like you can, like, for example, land on the wall, or you can just wait for these to disappear. Remember, you're still a beginner. You should prioritize consistency and not speed. Here you get this box. You might have seen the world record do something different. You do this. You grab the checkpoint because it's easier. You wait for this box to spawn. By the way, let's say, see, you saw it. Okay, like, oh no, I died. You wait for this box to spawn. You jump on it. Jump twice on this wall. And now timing that is actually tricky. So I'll actually teach you a strat on how to do that. Get this, and you just don't have to get pushed. When the saw blade reaches like the stop part, you shouldn't be going. Okay, so when do you go? You should go the moment the saw blade like reaches the closest point to the orange bounce band. Here you can just avoid the saw blades by jumping over them, and you've completed Act 4. I will like also ask you to have the game open as well, so you can try these too. Anyways, here we can actually go to the warp menu again, and we warp to Act 3. This is the last time in the entire any percent route that we warp. You crouch under those, and you get into Act 5. You could just skip this entire part. You use like a... Careful not to hit this one. You jump because the portal is too low, and now you proceed on to the lift section. You might have seen the world record go like here, but that's pretty hard, and it needs like a specific cannon cycle. And so we're just gonna do it the normal way. So here you're gonna actually die intentionally. Trust me, it's actually a strat. The reason we died, I'll explain while we do this. So these soul blade cycles, these gravity blades, which I'll be calling them, you have like different cycles. So if you arrive like too early or too late, you'll have to wait a lot for it to like reset for the cycle to actually be possible. So basically what we do by dying is, we reset the cycle, and by the time we get there, the cycle will be perfect to us. Even for a beginner that's not as fast as me, that's pretty easy. You can just die, and slowly you'll get there, and the cycle will be good even for you. That's the best part about it. I use it in my PB. Okay, so here we just have to wait. You can even grab onto this wall. Like the moment it reaches this height, the moment it reaches the height of the top of Act 5, here, you go and jump. You wait for these yellow thingies. If, by the way, if you touch these yellow thingies, you die. These are actually called motherboards. You jump on Act 6 and you press down. Now here, there's actually a chance to save a lot of time. Basically, you do this. You start the level, you get into the cannon, and so like when you're aligned with when the cannon is aligned to this arrow, you fire. You'll see what I mean. You fire. No, you can't get into the other cannons. It won't work like that. So you line, and the moment you touch the wall, you press down. Now, like after that comes the trickiest part. You press down, and you try. You press down, and you try not to fly off the map. If you fail, you can just do this. Well, you can just get into the other cannon. In this case, I'm not being very successful here. You can fire at a parallel angle. Preferably, you can just do this. And eventually, after trying for enough, you'll clip into the floor. You go into the wall, touch, and you go through the wall. You have to land at this cannon carefully, and now you're in the finish. This is a pretty difficult skip, but in your speedrun, I recommend like trying until you get it. It's like, so the next time you get it, you'll supposedly get it in few attempts until you just get it in one or two. You might have seen the world record do something like this. They just jump super high. This is a glitch I found out. Basically, if you press jump on the first frame, your character just goes through. 3.7. This is very tough to do. It'll take a couple of attempts. I'll teach you in a later guide. Okay. Okay, so but let's go. Climb up the wall. We get the key. Careful with these spikes here. I just died to them for absolutely no reason. Wait for the saw. And now you enter Act 7. Act 7 is like one of the toughest acts. You jump twice here to align yourself. You wait, you get the top one. If this is too hard, which it probably will, you can just grab onto this, you wait a bit and not die like I did. Oh my god. Not die like I did, but instead. Okay, so restart the level. Yeah, you jump twice. The second jump you'll align yourself. You can do this. It's much easier but a bit slower. And here you'll just want to land in the middle. You'll fly through the middle. You press down to go down and you unlock the key door. Here you get the checkpoint. Like you unlock the chest, you get the checkpoint, the chest door, or however you want to call it, the chest passage. Here you careful not to press to right. If you press to right, too much right, this will happen. You're running, and you'll fly off. Okay, so now you know what happens when you press right. Well, yeah. Slowly walk in. You're going up and off. And now you're here. You press down, just down. You grab onto the wall and you keep pressing down. You press no other key except for down. And here it's actually one of the weirdest glitches. This one saves the most time. Basically, what you'll want to do is you go to your right and you press the down key and the left key at the same time. So you're going like this, and something like this should happen. By doing this into this corner, you get teleported here, and then you can just walk. Thing is, you have to press down and left at the exact same time for enough time. You'll see what I mean. So here, I just press down and left for the entire time, and now you'll find yourself here. This is a weird glitch and still is not understood to this day. You walk to the portal and finish the level. You wait for the saw to go up, you wait for the cycle, and now you just keep pushing the box until you reach, well, the edge. Jump onto until the 8th level of the run you started. First, yeah, you need to be fast. There's actually a very tough edge for beginners. For me, this is easy because, well, I'm used to playing this game. But like, how do you get it as a beginner? Get this, you jump high, you jump over, and you got it. Actually, let's practice that again. Wait a bit, jump high, jump over. That's how you get it. Here you get the checkpoint. The checkpoint is actually unavoidable. You wait for the saw, and then you just go up. Wait for the good time, and you just go up. Careful not to hit these. Okay. So you hit the switch. This actually darkens things up a bit. You know, up the chest. Make sure to be pretty fast. Make sure to be fast, or else the key will disappear. These red keys have a 5-second timer. So you make your way up these. Try not to hit the yellow things. You get the portal and you go to your right. Make sure like to be trying this at the same time in your game. I don't know, like here when you think the path is clear, you just take the path. Here you can just directly jump. You wait, and then you jump. For a bit. You keep pressing up, careful not to hit that one. I choked one of my runs because of that, and you get like a good time, supposedly. Okay, now Act 8. This is actually one of the toughest transitions. I died a lot here. Okay, so as a beginner, you can just do this one by one. You jump when you see the other block, like the transparency of the other block appearing. Okay, now you jump onto Act 9 and yes. Here you press down. You press down to like to get onto the ledge quicker. You push the box like until you can't, and you enter the wall. Then you press down to get the box out of the way. Here, I actually didn't explain. I am very sorry. You push until this edge hits this arrow. Actually, no. No, yeah. I'm sorry. You do not do that. Until this ledge passes this point. So this. Jump and you're in the portal. Here is a checkpoint. You get the checkpoint, which is actually unavoidable. Grab onto the wall, pass under this too. And here you can just walk off, you'll automatically grab the rope. Here it's actually a tough section. I recommend doing down jumps. Jumps where you press down right after. But, and like fun fact, like even when you get like the rope speed, you keep the speed while you go. It's like you're actually extra fast without slowing down. That's actually a strat. Here you could just fall down, do a down jump. You do a down jump like as you press down, you slide your finger from up to down very quickly. Slide, slide. If that doesn't work, you can just jump normally and jump over. You adjust your height and then you jump into the finish. Okay, now you're on the hardest and toughest part of the run, the vexation. This not only is the longest level, it is also the hardest one to beat quickly. See, like my record is a 116, I believe, 117. Here you just run over. Get onto this dot, wait for this platform to spawn, and one by one you'll be doing the platforms. I'm so bad at this game. You get these platforms in one by one. Onto this, and you push the box, you wait for the box. Remember, no saw blade of these can hit you because you're under the protection of the box. Now here, you just wait for these to disappear. Don't try to be too fast. Here, I'll actually teach you a strat. You go up on top of this cannon and you get fired up. This is a strat discovered by Leah, where you actually skip a cycle and just slightly faster. Because the cannon, instead of spinning around, you just directly enter it from above. Here, you just you try to memorize the pattern. Like for example, you're terrible at memorizing, so you just die. You go forward. You can just wait for all the subways to go down, and now you're free to go. So like if you're a scaredy cat like me, you can just do that. Yes, that's easy. Here you can just do like one at a time. If you can do two at a time. I did multiple, but that's a bit hard to do. You'll figure out how to do it eventually. Remember, you can jump over most of these blades. The first two levels, yes, you can fly. You can jump over. You crouch here, and you're onto the final part of the level. You grab the checkpoint. You don't die. Jump onto this wall. It's actually a strat of mine, and you enter the finish. You have officially finished your run, and it only took you a very long time. No, you have you have officially finished your run, and record yourself. How do you do it? You press Windows G. That opens Gamebox bar if you're on Windows. Yes, if you're on Windows, and yeah, that's it. See you next time.